to the mountain goal. Farmers and Merchant to the ocean goal. Let's see which team will be the first one to be on. This is Farmers and Merchant's first tournament that they were 3-0 in, and the ball is bowled in now. Looks like we have an Antelope player. Nope, it comes out with a Farmers and Merchant player. That is Lucas Criado. Daddy Criado with the ball right now. And Criado taking his time. He can hit that ball. There he goes. He hits the ball down the field, trying to get to one of his other players. Looks like Danny Walker's going to be first there on the line. Nice little cut shot to goal, but Jeff Palmer's there to defend. And Mako Jambias gets a defending, but it's a goal right through. So look at that. 6 minutes and 55 seconds, and we have our first goal scored by Danny Walker on a cut shot. So as the ball is hit, there is an imaginary line that follows that ball. And the players cannot impede the right-of-way on that. If there is an impediment, we will have a whistle, which the umpires that I announced earlier, we have 2 of them on the field and 1 across the way. Nice hook there by Mako Jambias. Mako Jambias hooking. No, that wasn't Mako. All right, there's a whistle on the play, an impediment right there. So Matt Walker got hooked there by Mako Jambias. And then as they turned the ball, all the players got on there. So that was not an impediment. What it was an uneven ride-off. You are allowed to ride somebody off of the play or even give a bump. It's similar to a check in hockey, but you have to be shoulder to shoulder. And what I mean by that is horses shoulder to shoulder. So Jeff Palmer just knocked the ball in there for the Antelope team. Backed out of there now by Lucas Criado. And there goes Luquitos Criado. Luquitos Criado. 16-year-old Luquitos Criado running right down. He just had a birthday the other day, celebrating his 16th birthday. And he now with a goal. So that's putting Farmers and Merchant 2-0. So as I said, they switched goals now because they scored their first goal, the ocean goal. Now their second one in the mountain goal. So now going to the mountain goal will be Antelope. Lining up. You'll see that we do have a drone up in the air. That is POLOWEST.tv. So if you'd like to watch this game from an aerial view, you can tomorrow at POLOWEST.tv. But right now, you can view it right here as Santi Trots. Santi Trot's taking the ball along the far boards over there. The boards are just to keep it in. If it bounces off the board, it's still in play. Again, just like in hockey, bouncing off the wall there. But Santi Trot's making it, trying to close the gap here. Shooting to goal, gets stopped there. Now turning the ball around is Ilario Figueres, 19-year-old 3-goaler here. Turning the ball around. Real close there, but being defended and marked out of there by Luquitos Criado. Luquitos now getting the ball to his dad. So that ball was out and bounced right over the sides, giving possession now to Antelope. Also, if you saw how the ball does come out, please be aware of that, and you'll see the horses can jump the sideboards, and the players can still attack the ball if it's on the field, but they can be off the board. So we ask that you do not walk. Ooh, what a great shot there by Ilario. Intercepted. Ooh, and Mako swings way off over the net. Almost falls off, but makes the goal anyway. Sacrifices himself there. What a beautiful goal by Mako Jambias, putting Antelope on the board. As I was saying, though, we do ask that you do not walk in front of the grandstands as the game is going on. And especially if you have little ones, children with you, please keep an eye on them as the game is going on. And do not allow them to go past the white line. All right, game on. Farmers and Merchant going to the mountain goals there. Backed out of there by Santi Trots for Antelope. Headed toward the ocean goal. Mako Jambias with the ball now. Mako taking his time. Danny going in there for a hook, which is also allowed. Swinging in there now, Luquitos Criado. Santi Trots taking his time back on the ball. Waiting for everybody to patiently clear. Hits the ball up to his number 1, which is Figueres. Figueres doing a nice little pass back, hoping to get to Santi Trots. Reaching way out of there was Luquitos Criado with a back shot. Danny Walker and Mako Jambias both coming onto the line here. Figueres faking the back shot going forward, but Matt was having none of that. He stayed there right with him. Matt Walker for Farmers and Merchant. Now Matt steals the ball out of there, sending it forward. He's got 300 yards to go. That's how long a polo field is, 300 yards long and 150 wide. You'll hear players complaining about fouls. You'll hear the hey and raising of the mallets. The umpires say play on. It's the umpire's whistle that constitutes a foul or not. Ball is hit. Keeps going on. There'll be an interference. Now Matt Walker way out there once again with the ball, sending it on to the other side of the field there, away from us. Matt hitting it down, getting it to his dad, Danny Walker, being marked there by Jeff Palmer. Danny leaving it on the boards, hoping that one of his players is behind him. Matt is, but as is Santi Trotz. Now we have a whistle on the play. I believe that was an impediment of the right-of-way. Might have been a Farmers and Merchant Bank player. Yeah, so that will be a penalty 5, which is a penalty from the spot right there. That is a 5A. We have lots of penalties. We have penalty 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. 6 is a safety, which I'll explain to you later. Right now, penalty 5. Backed in. Trotz comes up with the ball again. Off and running. He is right to goal. Matt looks like he's checking up there and letting Santi go right because he knows he was beat. But Santi missed. That's very rare for Santi Trotz to miss that. I was taken aback. I thought for sure that was an automatic goal. So now he's giving possession to, because it's out, he's giving possession to Farmers and Merchant Bank. That is Farmers and Merchant's first knock-in. Lucas Criado taking possession of that now. Santi Trotz back with the back shot. Getting it to Mako Jambias. Mako reaching in there, but also Lucas Criado feeling that he was fouled too. You see Lucas running off. You're wondering, why is he running off? Watch him. He's going to go change horses right now. Usually what the players do is they flip like a vault right onto their spare horse, most of the time to save time. I called him Lucas. That's his dad. That is Luquitos Criado. He's jumping off, but they do have time to change when the whistle is out. Players are allowed to go change their horses, but they have to do it on their own time. When there's a whistle, that gives them plenty of time too. The umpires will allow them to change horses if the umpires feel that the horse is laboring in any way. So Antelope is being awarded a penalty 4. That's a 60-yard shot out. It will be defended. Farmers and Merchants is allowed to stand in the goal mouth there and defend. You'll see one player standing out. They have to be 30 yards away from the ball, though, in order to defend. And you'll also see that there'll be 2 players of, usually a player or 2 down for Antelope will be on either side of the goal mouth in case the ball is going wide. If they have the right of way on the line, they're allowed to pop it into goal, keep it on the field, and put it in. Ilario shooting this, going right up and wide. That was a penalty 4, like what Ilario had to shoot to get his team into the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, look at our scoreboard. We have the number 1 first chucker, but it's 2-2. Tie is scored with a minute and 17 seconds left in this chucker. As the team lines up now, it's going to be a minute and 13. Time keeps it ticking. The only way the time stops is with the whistle. Ooh, all players reaching in there, mallets clacking. You can hear it there. And we had Jeff Palmer riding off Luquitos there, leaving it now for Danny Walker, sending it forward. We're going to get ready for our 30-second horn because there's 54 seconds left. Danny misses the back shot, giving it right to Santi Trotz. Santi Trotz waiting, trying to send Ilario forward, but it's Mako Jambias, I think, is going to be the first one there. You'll see the Farmers and Merchant players defending. Matt Walker in number 4 there defending. Ilario checking up, knowing that Matt very rarely misses those back shots. There again, nice angled shot. Santi Trotz for Antelope is first one there, getting hooked there by Luquitos Criado. Now a back shot by Hilario, trying to get it to Santi, which he is successful. Santi knowing he has less than 30 seconds. Mako Jambias drops on that ball, trying to get a goal in before we end it. And Mako breaking the tie there with his second goal. So because the ball is out of play, we will end the chukker right now at that With less than 20 seconds, the players will take a quick timeout. Not a timeout, but a quick break here. The Argentines use it. Beautiful and colorful and be perfect for Fiesta this July if you're going up to Santa Barbara for Fiesta. We're starting our checker. Time is a ticking away. It looks like FMB, that's short for Farmers Merchant and Bank, has the ball. Danny Walker with a nice booming shot, trying to get it out there to Matt, but I believe Ilario is going to be the first one on it. Ilario now racing Matt, chasing him with a back shot. Intercepted there a little bit by Danny, but Santi Trots comes out with the ball. Look how fast this gray horses are running. He's got Ilario out there. Matt Walker is running with Ilario. Ilario's just got a little bit of a beat on him, but it was enough to make him think twice about it, leaving it for Lucas Criado. Lucas Criado now turning the ball. He's got a long way to go. Shoots it up there, trying to get it to Danny, but goes a little left, and Jeff Palmer is there defending. Jeff will get a nice angle on that back shot, trying to get to one of his players, but it's all FMB players right there in front of their tent. Now Lucas Criado shooting to goal, which is what we like to see right out there. Wow, that's an angle shot. That's very difficult. Lucas Criado, that's his second goal. Now we have another tie game, 3-3 in the second checker, 6 minutes and 20 seconds as we come back up into this lineup. Lucas Criado rated at 7 goals. He is our highest player out there. Highest rated player is what I meant to say. Not our highest player, even though we do have a lot of those farms around here in Carpinteria. All right, so Luquitos Criado now. Luquitos with the ball. Our 16-year-old, look at that. 16-year-old, 1-goal player. Ball is bouncing right into goal. Wow. That is Luquitos' first goal of the day. We're lining back up. 5 minutes, and as they get to the lineup, will be 30 seconds. So the umpires wait. The first umpire back waits for the second one to bring all the players back with him, and then he'll bowl the ball in if there is a person in the lineup there. That's Jeff Palmer with the ball. Jeff Palmer hitting it, trying to get it to his ocean goal. Luquitos takes the ball away from him. Jeff's trying to get in there for a hook. Luquitos taking his time, sending his players up, knows he's got Matt Walker back there. Matt Walker with a bouncing ball, keeping it away from Ilario, just right in front of him there. Matt running it right into, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very exciting game. I don't think you realize, but we have had just goals going back and forth, one end to the next here. That is Matt Walker's first goal. So all of the Farmers and Merchant Bank team in white, all of them have scored. I'm sure they've scolded their players also. But Danny Walker with one, our very first goal. Lucas Criado with 2, Luquitos with 1, and Matt Walker with 1. But I'm missing a goal. Okay, as I get that sorted out, let's watch what's happening with Santi Trots. We have 3 Santis who play this game. I get them all confused. Santi Trots is shooting to goal. Lario reaches out there, but Lucas Criado comes up with the ball. Now right to Danny Walker, but Jeff Palmer is there. The number 4 position is the defense position, and Jeff Palmer plays that well. Smart, knowing that Danny is checking up for his back shot, so he takes it forward, knowing that behind him will be Santi Trot. So Jeff keeping that ball away from Danny. But unfortunately right there, Jeff kind of rode over and impeding the right of way, I believe. But I'll let the umpires, who are trained through the United States Polo Association, to make that call. As I started to explain, we have 2 of them on the horseback there, so they get the best view of the game. And our third umpire, which we call the third man, is across the way in what looks like a lifeguard tower up there. If the 2 umpires on the field have a disagreement, the third man will break that tie. They're constantly talking, the 3 of them. They are all wired up, and so they know. They'll say, well, what do you think? Should that have been penalty 4 or 3? And they'll decide that. So in this case, it looks like they have decided that it will be a penalty 4 for FMB, Farmers and Merchant team, leading this right now 5-3 in the second chukker with 3 minutes and 45 seconds. This Sunday is a beautiful day. So that will be Luquitos Criado hitting this penalty four. Both teams are having their young guns shooting on these penalty fours. Again, this is a 60-yard shot away, defended by Antelope. Luquitos, that's a worm burner, and that was defended there. Danny Walker kept it alive. He's allowed to hit it in. That's what I was explaining, but it comes up to Santi Trotz. Danny gets it, and Jeff Palmer staying back in that number 4 position, hits it forward. Looks like it is now given to Mako Jambias. Mako taking his time to get one of his players offensively out in front of him, but it is Lucas Criado for the other team coming up with it. Now Mako Jambias says it's fair play. Turn around, it's fair play. Here I go, off and running. Matt Walker tries to get in there, but Mako with a haircut comes in now. A bouncing ball, leaves it there. Ilario is there, but Lucas Criado comes up with it for FMB in the white shirts. Lucas now sending it down, knowing he's got his son Luquitos right out in front, not being defended. Luquitos checks up, but Santi's a little smarter than that. He's going to cut him off at the pass. Luquitos taking his time, reaching up now, waiting for somebody to come in, appealing for something. But Mako Jambias says, thanks for raising your mallet because I'm going to steal that ball from you, and off and going. That's the left side of the horse, that Mako. You're allowed to hit for both sides, left and right side of the horse. This is an offside shot. The left side is a near side shot, sending it up to now Ilario. Ilario Figueres checking up, trying to get it there. Mako says, that's okay, Ilario. I'm here, even though Lucas tried to hook. Mako now turning the line, wanting to get it right. He's got it right there in front of his goal. And Ilario now says, thank you, Mako. I'll put it in for you. Ilario Figueres on the board with his second goal. And that is our first goal of the second chukker. The score is 5-4. 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go. FMB team headed to the mountain goal. Green team, Antelope, headed to the ocean goal. Luquitos Criado with Santi. Santi being patient, thinking the kid's going to miss it. Now he hits a nice little back shot, knowing that Ilario's all. Oh, look at that next shot right down the sideboards, Ilario. Did you see Ilario jump the sideboards? That's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately for Mako, hitting it. So that goes out on the sideboards, giving possession to the opposing team, which in this case is FMB. So FMB will hit it. They have 8 seconds from the time that the ball is put down by the umpires. Umpires yell play, and off and running Luquitos. Bad luck, bounces off of Santi's horse, and there's nobody in front of Santi. He looks back to see how much time he has. That's pretty dangerous for the second highest player on the team to be right there with an open goal. Santi Trotz. I believe that is Santi Trotz's first goal. We're coming up to our 30-second horn, 40 seconds. Within 10 seconds, you're going to hear that horn. Enough time for the umpires to bowl the ball in. They're waiting for the last umpire to come onto the field. And not enough time, so we're going to start the third chukker with a bowl in. Ball's in play. And we are headed to the mountain goal right now. There goes Santi Trotz shooting right to goal. We like to see those big shots. It's bouncing, and wide. So where the ball bounces out is where our flagger will place the ball, and it will be a knock-in now for Farmers Merchant Banks. You see our flaggers there with their red shirts and white jeans. They give us a great angle. Ooh, Matt not getting the shot off. He's allowed to quickly get back there. But there was a whistle on the play. And as soon as I know what that call was, I will let you know. So when the players bobble the shot like that, they're allowed to, they can, if they don't cross the line of a defending player to get back in there. In this case, Matt might have crossed Santi Trotz's line, but once again. So that is going to be a penalty for right-of-way violation in favor of Antelope. So because that happened right there down in front of Antelope's goal, they're going to be awarded a penalty for. Ilario's teeing that up. Players are allowed to tee the shot up as long as there is not a delay of game. See our umpire standing there. The player's allowed to circle, but he cannot go past the umpire. He can only go circle in front of the umpire. Ilario up and, unfortunately, wide to the right this time. Giving a knock-in once again to Farmers Merchant and Bank. You can guarantee they're not going to make that mistake again. Matt now sending it forward. Santi there. Santi is allowed to defend like that. And he got in there. Lucas Criado was right behind Matt. Santi gets, and we do have a whistle on the play. Once again, right in front of Antelope's goal. It's a bad foul to make if it's going to go in favor of Antelope. Good one to make if it's in favor of Farmers Merchant and Bank because they have about 280 yards to go down to score. So they're calling that crossing after the shot, giving Fmb penalty 5A right from the spot. Lucas Criado. Now he decides he's going to take the knock-in, sending Matt Walker up for Lucas Criado being marked by Santi. What a big booming shot trying to get it to somebody, but it's Mako Jambia seeing that bouncing ball. Intercepted by Ilario. Ilario now, because he got a piece of it, he still has the line in the right-of-way. Ilario taking his time being marked by Luquitos Criado. Ilario now going through. Now Lucas Criado decides to defend. Ilario hitting a nice little neck shot, backed up there by Santi Trotz. Bouncing ball over the end line? Yes, over the end line. So they'll have a knock-in right there. They, as in Fmb, trying desperately to get down to this field. We have another tied game, 5-5. Third chucker, 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the ball. Here we go. Lucas Criado now taking the knock-in. Lucas Criado sending it down open there to his son, Luquitos. Luquitos now seeing that Matt is all down there by himself. Mako Jambias is on a quick horse to catch Matt, and he does. Bouncing ball now, Ilario hits a back shot. Danny tried to get the hook on that. Quick to turn, or both Santi and Lucas. Lucas and Santi both. Wow. That. All right. Even if you're new to the game, you had to see that there was something wrong with that play. So, as I said, Lucas Criado, the highest rated player on Fmb, 7 goals, and Santi Trotz rated at 5 goals, the highest rated player on the Antelope team. Both of those players fighting hard to win this game. The favor goes to Antelope. So that will be, that's a penalty 5B from the 150-yard mark. Jeff Palmer hitting it up to Mako Jambias, sending Santi Trotz up in the head. Mako Jambias tricked everybody and sent it over to the right. Mako now taking his time. Ilario playing smart right behind. Knows that Ilario's there, so takes the man. Mako does and sends it. Ilario sending it over. Unfortunately, just wide to the back line there. This is a really nice open game, though. All the players hitting to goal. We like to see that. Sending the ball, and as I was saying, all the players here are engaged in this. Farmers and Merchant, every one of their players have scored. Sending the ball forward, and Matt Walker now getting the back shot was Ilario being hooked by Luquitos. Now Lucas has it. Lucas being marked by Santi. Matt Walker right behind him, waiting to see if there he goes. He leaves it, and then he yells, "Hit it!" And Matt Walker doing exactly what he's told, sends it up to Lucas. Lucas now on that fast little horse riding the turn there, checking up a little bit, looking up, seeing how much room he has. He's in the zone to score. Lucas now trying to do a next shot, getting hooked by Santi Trotz. Mako Jambias right there to pick it up. Now he leaves it for Ilario. The old give and go. Ilario not getting the shot off, bounces in the back. Lucas's horse kind of carried the ball a little bit. Now Ilario sending it forward, knows he's being marked by Matt, but just keeps the ball to himself. Bouncing ball, keeps it there. Matt says enough of that and rides him off, leaving the ball there. Now Lucas and Ilario both going to that ball, and it bounces off over the sidelines. The spare holder there waiting for somebody to come and jump on there. Want to take advantage. So we have a whistle on the play. Is that a player down? Yeah, we have a player down. Our EMTs will be quick to get over there. As Santi von Warnick comes in, he's coming in cold. He's not, as I said, he played earlier today. So it should be very exciting to see. All right, we're starting with a penalty for Antelope. And Ilario Figueres, that was a penalty 5. Ilario Figueres scored on that, breaking the tie 6-5 now. So that was Ilario's third goal. All right, lining up now. Fmb going to the mountain goal. Santi Wolf comes out. Santi Trotz. I don't know why I have Santi Wolf on the brain. Santi Trotz comes out with it. And now Ilario Figueres for Antelope hitting that nice little back shot, trying to get it to Mako, but not enough. Santi comes right in there. Santi Trotz comes right in there, flying, being defended now by Santi Wolf. And Santi Trotz makes that look easy. Waited all that time, and Antelope scores 2 quick goals just like that. Boom, boom, boom. 2 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. That's Santi's second goal. Green team Antelope headed to the mountain goal now. Fmb white shirts to the ocean goal. Ball is in. Santi von Warnick comes up with it. Von Warnick now. Wait, this is going to be real confusing. We have 2 Santis on the field. Now Trotz. So I'll be calling them by their last names now. Trotz fighting for it. Danny Walker gets in there. Trotz now leaves it for Jambias. Jambias now is taking it with Walker there trying to get the hook. Jambias leaves it for Trotz. Trotz moving it forward along the sideboards. A nice booming shot. First one there is Von Warnick. Now Trotz. Trotz has the line there, leaves it now. Danny Walker clears it out with a big booming shot. Headed over there to his Fmb tent. Watch there, players right there. The action's right there as Mako Jambias hits a back shot trying to get it to one of his players, but it looks like it's going to be Fmb coming up with it. Fmb now, Luquitos Criado. Luquitos taking his time, hitting it there, being marked by Jambias. Luquitos still on the ball, right here in front of the ocean stands now. Luquitos slowing the game down, gets a nice little bump there from Trotz. Boom! Trotz hits a back shot now. Now Matt Walker with his own back shot. Von Warnick quick to come onto it. Von Warnick turning, gets a nice little bump by Jambias. And that is a foul. You'll notice that Von Warnick is wearing beige pants because he stepped in as a replacement player. He's not required to wear the white pants. USPA rules require players to wear white pants. They're calling that a foul as an uneven write-off, giving Fmb a penalty 3 shot. Danny Walker will be teeing this up. Danny Walker, rated at 2 goals, is, as I said, the sponsor of the team for Farmers Merchant and Bank. Danny Walker, successful with that penalty 3. A penalty 3 is a 30-yard shot. no, excuse me, 40 yards. Penalty 3 is 40 yards from the goal, and it's undefended. So Danny making that look real easy. Oh, that was our 30-second horn. I didn't even hear it coming. So because the ball was out of play, we will end this checker. This is our halftime divot stomp. So FMB in the white shirts, Farmers Merchant, will be headed to the mountain goal. Green shirts, Antelope, who's ahead by 1, is heading to the ocean. There's Santi Trots. Santi Trots being marked now by Luquitos Criado. Nice little neck shot sending it there. Who's first to get there? Looks like Santi Von Warnick and Mako Jambias. Mako Jambias reaches in there and gets that. And that, I do believe, was a goal. Yes, it was. Our flagger taking the safety first. So Mako Jambias, quick right out of the lineup. That was less than 30 seconds, like 28 seconds. Oh, my goodness. So Mako Jambias to the ocean goal for the Antelope team, making that his 3rd goal. Antelope now, mountain goal. FMB out of the lineup. Jeff Palmer got a piece of it, sending it down. Lucas Criado now has it. Luquitos wanting to go to that ocean goal. Luquitos taking his time, being marked. Now Santi comes in, so Luquitos takes a man, knowing that Von Warnick is right behind him. Ooh, quick little handy horse. Now remember, Von Warnick is riding Lucas Criado's horses, so he's got, it shows what kind of horseman that Von Warnick is, to be able to jump right in there and start playing. We have a melee down there at the boards there. Everybody's standing there. Now the ball comes out in favor of FMB. Oh, Santi, you can see head up in the air and the shoulders like, I really didn't mean to. I don't think that was a foul. I didn't mean that. And the reason the shrug is because of where that penalty happened. That is now giving a penalty 3 shot to FMB, which could easily close the gap. Danny Walker was spot on with his last penalty 3. This is only a 2-goal lead for Antelope, so they can't make those kind of mistakes. Danny Walker, once again, spot on with his penalty 3. Closing the gap now 7-8, 5 minutes and 46 seconds. Now, remember, after every goal is scored, they switch goals. So FMB coming out with the ball. FMB going to those mountain goals, coming out with the ball. Lucas Criado checking up. He sees Ilario there, but gives him a nice little bump, leaves it for Matt Walker. Matt Walker running alongside there on those far sideboards. Takes it on both sides. Now he shoots to goal. Bouncing ball. Just wide left. Quick to put the ball there is our flagman. And now knock in for Antelope. Jeff Palmer, the number 4, knocking that ball in, sending nice knock in by Jeff, sending it all the way over in the corner there. Von Warnick first to get it with a back shot. Ilario feeling he might have been fouled, but the umpires don't. Now Lucas Criado shoots to goal and bounces just wide to the right and becomes a gift to the Ivy. So now we have a knock-in for, once again, the green shirts, Antelope. Jeff Palmer now sending it over to the other side of the sideboards there, dropping it to Ilario, who gets a nice booming shot down. Matt Walker playing the back for FMB is there, checks up, hits the back shot, nice little cut shot, tries to clear it off, but Santi Wolf is there. Santi Trots swing, and Von Warnick came in, impeded his right of way there, coming out of nowhere. Now that's a penalty in favor of Antelope. Giving them a penalty 4, and that was impeding the right of way. Ilario Figueras teeing that up. So I do believe this is Ilario's second penalty for. He scored already once on this one. Ilario now bouncing ball. Ooh, intercepted by Danny Walker, which is allowed. And it ball bounced, changed the lineup. So Danny now picked it up. Danny now, but Ilario gets it back. Ilario taking it on the left side of the horse, turning now with a nice little neck shot, trying to get it to Santi Trotz. He is successful. Oh, Danny was successful there too with a nice back shot. Mako Jambia is coming from behind there. Mako now 30 yards out, shoots to goal, which we like to see. Matt Walker tried to get a piece of it, but Mako putting it in again. Mako with his 4th goal. He is the lead scorer now for for goals hit for Antelope. And all of Mako's have been from the field. Now the ball is, Luquitos comes up with it. Luquitos Cradles leaves it for Von Warnick. Von Warnick bounces it over to Trotz. Trotz hits a back shot, seeing Mako Jambias right there. Danny tries to hit it out of the air. You're allowed. Mako now jumping the sideboards here, changing the line. Von Warnick is quick to jump on that line, picks it up, leaves it for Walker. Danny, that is. Danny now at the ocean goal, sees Luquitos in front of him. Luquitos was 3 defenders right there. Oh, Mako Jambia is coming, but Mako was sideways there as the line was going straight down, and he fouled the second player, which was Von Warnick, for FMB coming down the line. Now the umpires are deciding what they're going to give. You can see them discussing it among themselves here. I believe that they might have asked the third man also what his opinion is. So that was a right-away violation, and it will be a penalty 3. Giving Danny Walker once again the opportunity to score. This is Danny Walker's 3rd penalty 3. Once again, he was successful on the other 2. Danny Walker makes it look easy, putting that right in, closing the gap once again, making it 8-3, 8-9 on a penalty 3 is what I meant to say. Two minutes and 36 seconds left. Score is 8-9. Antelope is ahead by 1, but that is only 1. The ball is in. Possession goes to FMB. Danny Walker knocking it out there, getting it to Von Warnick. Von Warnick on the circling that with the left side. That is the near side, as I was explaining earlier. Now Jambias has it. Mako getting the back shot, hitting a nice little back shot to himself there. Quick to turn on it. Everybody thought it was going to be a big one. Now leaves it for Trotz. Oh, bad luck for Ilario. Bounces off his horse and goes right to Von Warnick. Nice little bump by Jambias. Oh, neck shot. Big shot up in the air going right to. Now Von Warnick fighting for possession. Jambias fighting. Von Warnick getting the back shot off. And Ilario trying to get the bouncing ball. Now coming down is Luquitos. Luquitos in possession of the ball. Does a quick little turn there. Trotz has it. Trotz fighting for it. Trotz comes up with it. Trotz hits a back shot, ricocheted off of Danny Walker. Now Luquitos coming up with it again. Hooked out of there by Ilario with a back shot over the back line. I believe that FMB is calling for a safety. Oh, no, Luquitos was calling because I believe that the ball might have bounced off, so he's going to quick change horses. The umpires are giving him that moment. As I mentioned earlier, if the umpires feel, because safety is first here at Santa Barbara Polo Club, so if the umpires feel that the horse needs to be changed, they will allow the players to do so. So they'll call a quick timeout for that. And we will have a knock-in. What I mentioned out, I thought it was a safety, and what happens to that is if a player hits it over their own back line, meaning their defending back line, it gets awarded to the team that's on the offensive. and they'll bring the ball out 60 yards from the point that the ball had exited the field, and giving them almost like a penalty 4, but it is not directly in front of the upright. So it's pulled up from the spot where it went out. But that is not a safety, and that is a penalty 6. So as I said earlier, we have penalties 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What you've seen so far today, you've seen penalty 4s, penalty 3s, and penalty 2s. Penalty 6 is a safety, what I just explained, and a penalty 1 means an automatic goal. All right, so we're back in play now. Matt Walker hitting the ball all the way to the left. Everybody even surprised, but that gave him plenty of time to now hit that rocket shot down. It's Walker and Trotz both there. Santi Trotz knows the Walkers well. He used to play with them. Oh, and Trotz, you see, he just lost a mallet head. So he can continue to play with the cane, or he can run off the field and quick get an out. That means now that Antelope is down 1 player. So Fmb is going to take quick advantage of that. Von Warnick now shooting, but Trotz is back on the field now. Von Warnick shooting there, trying to get it to Walker. But now Trotz is there, coming in. Danny tries to get a piece of it. It's right there in front of Fmb's goal. Who gets hit forward there by Von Warnick. A nice little neck shot, but just wide to the right. Matt had a chance to put it in, giving the possession now to Antelope. Oh, there was our 30-second horn. That came out of surprise for me, too. You're not the only one who jumped there. So because the ball was off the field, we will start with a knock-in for the Antelope team. So Danny Walker right now has 4 goals, 3 of those being from the penalty 3s. And Mako Jambias with 4 goals, both hybrid. Oh, that ball was knocked in beautifully. But that's Matt Walker back there getting the back shot. Nice little neck shot back there, picked up by Mako Jambias. And Santi Trotz is all by himself. Santi Trotz hits it up, seeing Mako Jambias going forward into the game. Mako now taking it on the left side because Luquitos Criado is there. Luquitos and Matt both waiting. Von Warnick with a quick back shot. Quick to turn on it, Luquitos and Ilario. Ilario giving a nice little bump to Luquitos. They're both very good friends, playing all the time bike polo. Now, Santi Von Warnick hits a neck shot, intercepted there. Now Mako Jambias has a nice little belly shot to defend there. Often Trotz's first to turn. Now Ilario with a back shot towards goal. Oh, just bounced. From my angle, that looked good, but it took a bounce to the right. And if you saw that, how Ilario reached way over to that left side and that right leg going up, that was perfect form for that near side back shot in my eyes. Okay, Matt Walker with a knock-in. In this 5th chukker now. 5th chukker of play with 6 minutes and 18 seconds left. On the sideboards there, Mako Jambias reaching way out, trying to get the ball. Coming in now, we've got 4 players there now. Santi Trotz. Trotz hits a bounce off, and Ilario comes out of nowhere with it. He's got to get past Matt Walker, though, and he hits a neck shot towards Matt Walker. Von Warnick looks back to see who's there. Luquitos Criado's there, and Mako Jambias. Now Luquitos takes the man and leaves the ball for Von Warnick, which is a smart play. Von Warnick tries to hit it up, gets it right to the opposing team, Jambias. Luquitos reaching in there, trying to get Mako now, takes it on the near side, does a nice back shot there. Who's there but Trotz? Trotz and Walker. Walker gets the hook. Behind him, Ilario is all by himself, shoots the goal. Oh, just wide to the left there. Little bit. Somebody keeps moving those goalposts on Ilario. Knock in now for Fmb, taking no time at all. Matt Walker sends it forward, being marked by Trotz. Bouncing ball, gets it right to, and there is Jeff Palmer there to defend. Jeff gets a nice little bouncing up out there. Danny Walker intercepts that. Quick to get on the line. Jambias is there. Danny gives him a little bump to make it difficult. We got 4 players, 2-2 there. Jambias there, and Von Warnick steals it out there. Jeff Palmer leaves the ball there for Trotz. Trotz hits a back shot, intercepted there by players. Now looks like Ilario had a piece of it. Now Von Warnick has. Von Warnick for Fmb. Oh, and we have a whistle on the play. I'll wait to see what the umpire's called. I can tell you what I thought it was, but it might not be right. So that was what I thought, a right-of-way violation, which is being a penalty 4. Again, 60 yards out and will be defended by the Antelope team. This is a good chance for the Farmers and Merchant Bank team to tie it up. I do believe that is Luquitos Criado. Taking his big circle there, and Antelope in defending. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in this fifth chukker of play. Luquitos gets it up in the air so nobody can defend it and puts it right through those uprights. We have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. Luquitos, the 16-year-old one-goaler, puts it on the board for his team in a penalty 4. So I've been informed once again he just turned 16, as if that makes a difference. And he swings, bounces off. Now back shot for Antelope Trots. Quick to turn on it, Ilario. Ilario takes it on the left side, gets hooked by Von Warnick, leaves it there. Mako Jambias bounces it up there, trying to now back shot by Matt Walker. Not the shot he wants, but his dad helps him out, trying to get it to Von Warnick. Trots is first there on the line. Trots does a quick little turn there with, he got a handy horse there. Waiting for the player to clear. Now Trots. Trots is off and running, wanting to break this tie once again, gets bumped there. And by Luquitos hits it up, and that is hit out of there by Fmb. Fmb taking it over here to the boards. Now, nice little neck shot down the field there. And Von Warnick comes up with it. Von Warnick right in front of the board, sends it down, trying to get it to Danny Walker. It's Santi Trots with the defending and bounces forward, unfortunately. Walker goes there to try to defend to keep Trots from turning. Trots now leaves it, thinking somebody's behind him, but Jeff was. Quick to turn on it was Mako. Mako Jambias now sends it up, trying to get it to Ilario. Matt Walker is there to defend. Ilario's smart on that play, checks up. He also has Von Warnick there. Both players turn for Matt's back shot. And Luquitos is there. Now it is Antelope with the play, now defended there by Fmb. And now Luquitos Criado with it. Luquitos with a big booming shot, trying to send it down to Danny Walker. Jeff Palmer is first on the play. Jeff looks back, see how much time he has, realizes that Danny was checking up for his back shot over swings, but Matt Walker sends it back up to Danny. Trots is there to defend. The ball is rolling, is rolling, is rolling. Doesn't make it. Oh, just wide right. You know that Trots was there to defend, but he decided to escort it over to give possession to his team for a knock-in with 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Jeff Palmer will do this knock-in. Jeff Palmer hitting it, trying to get it, and he does beautifully to Mako Jambias. Drops it right there on Jambias' mallet. Jambias hits it up, but he's defended by Von Warnick. Von Warnick quick to turn. He's got two players of there. He gets stolen. The ball gets stolen away from him by Ilario. I was trying to say there was two green players there defending. Matt Walker is there. Matt Walker pulling the ball forward so not to foul Trots. Walker now, he sees his dad up in front. Walker leaves the ball there for Von Warnick. Von Warnick passing the ball up to Walker. Intercepted by Antelope by Jeff Palmer. Walker, Danny not getting the shot off. Ilario now gets a back shot, but there's two whistles on the field. I'm not sure what happened. All players are calling for the foul. 1 minute and 28 seconds left to go. So that was a right-of-way violation against the Antelope team. It is in favor of Fmb. It's a penalty 3. Sorry, that was a penalty 2 that Danny Walker just popped right in. A penalty 2 is a 20-yard shot from goal. In this case, it was 20 yards out. Sometimes a penalty, too, can be from the spot. And if it is from the spot, that can be defended. In this case, it was 20 yards out, which Danny Walker put right in, breaking the tie 10-9. Danny has been spot on with all of his penalties. That's 5 goals for Danny Walker, 4 all penalties. 4 of them were all penalties and 1 from the field. So we have all kinds of players appealing there. The umpires are saying, calm down, gentlemen. We're here. We got this. This is what we get paid to do. You play the game. We'll ump it. We'll umpire it. 50 seconds left in this 5th chukker. So in 20 seconds, that horn's going to go off. I'm warning you now. Don't be surprised. The drone up there is POLOWEST TV, POLOWEST.tv. If you want to see this game from the aerial view tomorrow, you can go to POLOWEST.tv and watch it. So that is going to be offsetting fouls. So there's green shading and white turning into it. And when we have offsetting fouls, it just becomes a bowl in here. So the ball will be thrown in. Umpires are waiting for a clearing spot there. Ball is in. Advantage goes to Fmb. Luquitos Criado. Matt Walker had a piece of it, but now Luquitos leaves it for Danny Walker. Danny Walker now leaving it for Von Warnick. Von Warnick on the near side, sending it back up to Walker, but Trotz was quick with a neck shot there. Back shot now by Von Warnick. Picked up now by Jean Bias for the green team. That is our 30-second horn that I warned you about. And Jean Bias taking his time. He has 22 seconds. Jean Bias wanting to tie this game up once again, hitting it up to Ilario. Luquitos gets a piece of it, sending it back in his direction with 10 seconds left. Jeff is there. Jeff changing the line now, hitting it over with 5 seconds left. Jeff once again left it there now for Trotz. Woo! That was a little frightening, but Von Warnick, how he came up with that ball, I'm not sure. So we're going to end with the ball right there. We'll have a throw in there. He sends the ball down, getting it to his number 1, Ilario. Ilario being marked there by Luquitos. Luquitos and Ilario both swinging for the ball. Bounces up. Another Fmb player and Antelope player is there. It's Von Warnick coming through. Now Trotz comes through. Jean Bias is there waiting. Jean Bias waiting patiently. Sends the ball up forward. And Luquitos is just going to allow that ball to bounce. Team is teeing up a penalty 5B. It's in the middle of the field there. That's what the little circle there is to designate the middle of the field. Ilario's teeing it up. Umpires call play. As soon as the umpire calls play, you have to make an attempt to go to the ball to hit it. If you take way too long, they'll call you for a delay of game. You can see Matt Walker going to defend. Yes, these players can score from 150 yards out. We've seen it done. See what I mean? Unfortunately, it's bouncing wide right there, but Luquitos Criado is there to keep it in, hits a back shot. Trotz gets quick on it with a near side back. Von Warnick is there to intercept it. Von Warnick is there, and Jambias making Von Warnick's life a little. Now Von Warnick sends it down. Matt Walker's there on his way. Wait patiently there on his left. He's got Santi Trotz on his hip. Now Matt taking it down along the boards, and bad luck for FMB. Bounces out. I say that's bad luck, but the time keeps ticking away, and it gives possession to Antelope, but it does take time off the clock. 5 minutes and 34 seconds. Intercepted there, backed out of there. Now backed again by Antelope. Von Warnick is quick to get there with Trotz. Von Warnick now. Von Warnick taking a little turn there. Sends it down to the left, trying to get it to Danny Walker. It's Luquitos Criado who comes in. Luquitos being marked by Jambias, now leaves it for Walker. Jambias gets the back shot. Trotz is there now. Trotz being marked by Von Warnick. Trotz took a little bit too time for that back shot. Von Warnick took advantage of that, hitting the ball. Now it's right there. We have a player from Antelope and FMB. Now Antelope gets possession of the ball, but Luquitos intercepts that. Criado for FMB, taking his time. Time is a ticking. Remember, FMB is ahead by 1. Antelope wants to get possession of this. Criado sends that rocket shot down the field. It's got the distance. It's bouncing, but it's wide to the left. Palmer is going to, it's still in play, so Palmer hits a nice little back shot, but Walker checked up. Walker hits it up in the air, drops to Von. Looks like Trotz had it, and now they hit it out. We have a whistle on the play. It did look like it bounced out to the right, so I'm not sure if that is going to be, well, I'll wait and see what the umpires are going to tell me. So it is in favor of FMB. That's going to be a penalty 3 for Danny Walker, teeing that ball up. Danny Walker's 4th, penalty 3. Danny Walker spot on with that, making the score now 11-9. So in that last chukker, the 5th chukker, FMB scored 2 goals, both of them from penalties, a penalty 2 and a penalty 4, and Antelope had no goals scored in the 5th chukker. So now here we go. Danny Walker running that ball right through the goal. Danny Walker putting it in. That is Danny Walker's 7th goal, ladies and gentlemen. 7 goal. So do the math on that, right? That means his other players have only scored 5 goals. Danny being the high scorer on the team. Now, Von Warnick with the ball. Antelope still has plenty of time, though. It's only 3 goals, and they got 3 minutes, especially if Santi Trotz takes the ball like that. Santi Trotz all by himself. Luquitos knows he's got to do something to keep Santi out. What a bump by Luquitos. Luquitos now goes for the back, but he just is going to, he faked that he was going to hit that ball off, but he didn't. He just let it score it off. Still time. It could be anybody's game here, especially with penalties in play. Matt Walker knocking that ball back in, clearing it as far away from the green team as possible because he knows that these players can quickly there. Mako Jambias with a back shot. Ilario comes in, Von Warnick. Ilario now. Ilario with possession of the ball. Taking his time, slowing the ball, slowing it down here. Danny gets in for the hook there. Trotz stays back. Danny and Ilario. Somehow Ilario comes back up with the ball. Now Trotz comes in with the next shot. Trying to get it right there. Oh, it's right in front of goal. Matt Walker's there. cleared, but Von Warnick comes in. Jambias couldn't get it now. Von Warnick sends it to Criado. Luquitos Criado on a bouncing ball. Bounces it out once it gets it as far down the field. Back shot there by Ilario. Hoping to get to one of his players. Matt leaves it for his dad. They both call him off to nobody wants to foul. Jambias hits it down. Who's there but Trotz. Trotz gets hooked by Von Warnick, but Trotz puts it in anyway, closing the gap. It's only a 2-goal game. There's a minute and 30 seconds left. Quick, the players are quick to come back to the lineup now. That's Santi Trotz's 3rd goal. Now's not the time to leave because you can still, we've got a minute and seconds ticking. Let's see who's quick gets it. Oh, Antelope doesn't get it out of the lineup. FMB does. Matt Walker now with a big shot. Quick to get there now. Matt. Oh, what a beautiful back shot by Matt Walker. But Von Warnick is there on the near side and Trotz. Now Jambias changing the line. 58 seconds left. It's staying in. It's bouncing off the boards there. It looks like intercepted by Ilario. Ilario sending it down as far as he can. Now Jambias hitting it to Trotz. Trotz off and running. Von Warnick is there to defend. Von Warnick hits a back shot, bouncing there, and Jambias picks it up. We have 35 seconds left in this checker. Bouncing ball, Jambias. Jambias, Antelope wanting to score one more, sends it up forward, intercepted. We play out those 30 seconds. Von Warnick, and it's escorts. Oh, we have a whistle on the play. No, it's not over because it depends on if it will be a foul or not. If it's a foul, then the umpires will. So it was a safety. I'd explained that earlier, what a safety is. So thank you for doing that so you can see for the people who've never seen what a safety is. So it will be pulled from the point that it was knocked out by the opposing player. It'll be pulled 60 yards up in favor of Antelope. So it will be defended. It's like a penalty 4, except it's not right in the middle of the uprights. They pull it out 60 yards. Ilario is teeing it up. It will be Ilario who will hit it. So let's see what happens now. 24 seconds left on this clock. Here goes Ilario to the ball. Ilario, it's up in the air. Oh, just wide right. But they'll bring it into the sidelines. They'll bring it in from the end line there. Excuse me, not the sidelines, the end line. Matt Walker. Matt Walker hits a booming shot, clearing it out of there, bounces off of something, and he comes up with it once again. Time is a-ticking. Our last horn's coming right now. If you'd like to give a big round of applause to the Farmers and Merchant team, who is victorious 12-10. Congratulations, Danny.